This is always a funny, I don't know why. Because, like, again, a lot of my viewers are Americans, right? So it's always funny to, like, be like, my next offer is called Communism Will Win. Because I imagine how out of context they look at me, like, differently for that sentence. And that was the last one we have from Communism Will Win was the police badge that if you put a fire next to it, it spawns more police officer around you. That was a little fun one that we had from Communism Will Win. And now we got, it's a meme, you dip. It's a meme, you dip, okay? God, don't you know? We got Gamers Against Weed. Okay. Let's keep the, actually no, actually it doesn't really matter, like, if I know the group of interest beforehand that much. That doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's not really a big spoiler. Object class Euclid. Okay, actually, just read what Mechanic said. Not that guy reminds me of a friend I have. I hope it's not him. Okay. Okay. Focus mode for me now. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SB2842 is kept in a Type 2 humanoid containment cell at Site 17. Standard amenities and precautions associated with T2 HCC are in place. SB2842 has no special medical, dietary, or psychological requirements and has a standard risk rating of 250. He does have a black box over his eyes. SB2842 is permitted access to information regarding MTF Omicron 12's operation at the discretion of the MTF leader and SB2842's HMCL supervisor. See report on Project Crowd Reader attached for details of SB2842's utilization by MTF Omicron 12. How is he supposed to see with this black box over his eyes? SB2842 at the time of recovery. Looks like a handsome dude. Looks like a handsome dude, gotta say. If he has blue eyes, then that pierces. Yeah. If he has green eyes, though, that would be. I'm a green eye sucker, to be honest. SB2842 is a human male, roughly 21 years of age at time of writing. SB2842's anomalous property will manifest when it identifies a social media account. It will become aware of the location and content of 11 images files that the operators of the given account will find moderately humorous. Okay. For an incomplete list of websites that qualify as social media, for these purposes, see Appendix D. Operators typically rate the humor value of images identified by SB2842 as between 6 out of 10 and 7 out of 10, where 1 is not funny at all, 5 is somewhat funny, and 10 is extremely funny. When SB2842 identifies an additional account within 4 seconds of the prior account, the set of images it identifies will adjust to appeal to the holders of both accounts. In this fashion, SB2842 is able to identify sets of images that appeal to several thousand individuals at a time by reading account names in rapid succession. SB2842 possesses a tattoo on its right ankle reading Mr. Meme by Gamers Against Weed. SB2842 professes no knowledge of the group, though exposure to the phrase produces an exaggerated laugh response. See interview logs for details. Oh god, of course. Interview logs. The following interviews were performed by Dr. Steele. Several relevant excerpts have been included in this document. So, you mentioned previously that you have only existed for about a year, is that correct? I'm gonna give him a little bit of a... That's as far back as I can remember. I just woke up in someone's house one day. All I really knew about myself was that my name was Mr. Meme and that I could find funny pictures online. Plus the normal stuff. Eating, hiding from cops, Google AdSense. I see. What happened then? There was some kid there who was watching me when I woke up. He was super excited I was there and he wanted me to go get him more followers on Instagram. I didn't really give a shit, so I just left. He got really mad about that. I almost took his phone, but I thought, nah, more trouble than it's worth. Do you happen to remember his name or where he lived? Anything like that? Nope. Sorry. I was only there for like 10 minutes. I wasn't really confident in my running from angry parents who found some stranger hanging out with their kid skills. That's alright. What happened after you left? Fucking Chris Hansen shows up. How about you take a seat? extraneous data removed. In summary, SCP-2842 utilized its anomalous properties to operate a large number of social media accounts using various monetization methods to leverage its online presence into a steady cash flow. Smart. When we found you at the police station, you have been arrested for assault. Can you tell us about that? It's a little bullshit. The other guy started it. The details? This douchey looking dude came to my apartment complex saying I got doxxed and that I've been stealing his tweets. I mean, yeah, probably was, but what am I supposed to do? No ID, no skills, no family, so on and so forth. Anyway, he was dumb enough to start shoving me around like while he was at the top of the stairs, so when I pushed back, he fell down like a whole flat of them. The cops came like 2 days later, since he was pressing charges. The individual in question and the police department corroborated his story. Thanks for sharing. How do you feel about all this? It's alright, I guess. I keep worrying that I'm going to lose all my followers if I don't keep posting. Ain't that the mindset of today? But honestly, I kind of hated the whole thing anyways. So fuck it. But if I did get doxxed, I was pretty much fucked. You didn't like social media. It's alright when you're sharing stuff that you like, but I know my special powers don't find the best stuff ever. There's only so many times you can repost a tuxedo guy holding a sewing machine in front of the crashed truck before you just sort of glaze over it. Now that 10,000 advised animals, I'm pretty much sick of anything written in Impact. I suppose that's not surprising. I did actually have an account where I posted OC, original content. I mean, it would be pretty successful by most people's standards, I think. 2,000 Twitter followers is good, right? For a comedy account? Sure. Right. But I took the effort of 10 other accounts combined, and all those were more popular. I had to shut it down eventually because I couldn't afford to run anything that wasn't racking up followers and clicks. How many followers did you end up having, by the way? Across all my accounts, something like 3 million. That's pretty solid, dude. That's pretty good. What can you tell me about the tattoo on your ankle? Nothing really. It's just been there since the day one. What about Gamers Against Weed? SCP-2842 starts laughing. It attempts and fails to speak coherently several times. SCP-2842 calms down after 4 minutes. So it's just... That's really fucking funny. Always has been. I try not to look at it too much. That's distracting. I don't know who it is though. That's fine. Do you know anything about Little Misters or Dr. One Entertainment? Yeah, actually, there was a piece of paper I had with me at like the very start that talked about One Entertainment. Forgot about it until just now. It's in my apartment. Maybe you guys already got it? He's very cooperative. See document 5581 for further details. Another one. You want to see me? Yeah, if you have time. Don't worry about my schedule, that's my assistant's job. I know, I had to go ask him about it a week ago. Sorry for the wait then. What can I do for you? Well, do you guys need help with anything? Like what? Anything, like, don't get me wrong, it's not like there's a shortage of things for me to do around here, but there's nothing for me to do, you know? This is like the third SCP that's like, hey, can I help out? I'm not quite sure what you mean. It's like, I'm Mr. Meme. I find funny pictures, I'm pretty much the best at being mediocre at it. It's what I do. I thought you disliked running those accounts. Oh, for sure, I did. If my stuff was actually funny or original, maybe I'd feel different, but stealing stuff that was just barely worth a share was depressing. But I still feel like I have to use this ability because somehow doing nothing is even more depressing. Well, there was a proposal I made a few weeks ago but for something like that. It didn't get approved. But if inactivity is taking a toll on your mental health, then that will put it in a new light. Let's hear it. External data is removed, see report on Project Crowd Reader. That sounds pretty tight! Is it like one TV show? I'll resubmit the proposal then. Which show do you mean? You know, the one with the guy. Ah, yes. That one. Project Crowd Reader. Summary, SCP-2842 operates in conjunction with MTF Omicron 12 9-tailed docs, using its anomalous properties to identify images that are considered humorous by the operators of social media accounts that are interested to the Foundation. This information is used in conjunction with conventional intelligence and investigative techniques to identify persons of interest and, on occasion, gain additional information on already identified persons of interest. In return, SCP-28... I'll be pissed if I was 2 other SCPs right now. In return, SCP-2842 is provided with limited information regarding the impact of its assistance. Purpose? To enhance the capabilities of MTF Omicron 12 to detect changes in SCP-2842's anomalous properties, to improve SCP-2842's morale and encourage cooperation. Status: SCP-2842 is given an average of 4 accounts for analysis on a daily basis. In 15 to 25 cases per month, information provided by SCP-2842 assists in the identification of a person of interest. SCP-2842 reports substantial satisfaction from this activity. SCP-2842 has repeatedly requested permanent assignment to and training from Omicron 12. While SCP-2842 is loyal and reasonably intelligent and his anomalous properties are a valuable asset, the absence of formal education and pre-existing training makes this option substantially less effective than simply allowing him to operate in conjunction with already trained operatives. You can ask again when he completes his basic education. Agent Linda Shepson, MTF Omicron 12 leader. And then we have a document 5581. Document 5581 was located in SCP-2842's apartment. As described in interview log C5, it is reproduced below in its entirety. And it's like, yeah, holy heck, you just found yourself a UA or Mr. Meme by Gamers Against Weed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Who's Dr. One Entertainment? Yeah, and then we have this. I said if I were 2 SCPs, I would be pissed. The one who shoots a tentacle out of his chest and the one who's a cactus man. They also asked the Foundation, like, hey, can I help out in anything? And the Foundation was like, no. No, you can't. But Mr. Meme Funny Guy over here, he can help us out. he is, yeah, we can have him here. That's no problem, that's no problem. He can, like, you have to understand, his abilities are exceptional. Exceptional. What show was he talking about? I also do wonder which show he was talking about. Part of me thought of the show like the one that's like where a bunch of pranks are being played, but the pranks are like extreme, and then like everybody's like always like, oh yeah, we're on the show. Like the don't forget to smile. But there's always like one person who kind of like goes like, the fuck is going on? But I don't think that's that one. Doesn't seem to have a black box going there. Perhaps the guy is Henry, and he turns into his human form when Afro is not around. For his name, Mr. Second Name Meme. I would like to hang out and befriend. Gamers Against We are basically Are We Cool Yet, but chronically online. Well, yeah, but also Are We Cool Yet is still does a lot of shit. Listen, I will never forgive them. I will never forgive Are We Cool Yet for that one statue. You guys know which statue I'm talking about. That, so far, Gamers Against We have not done something like that. They have not done something like that yet. Gamers Against We shows a bunch of people who are bored. And decide to create weird shit. It would be really fun to be around SB2842. Actually, yeah, I think it would be around 2842. Like, at least, like, he's not like somebody who has to constantly talk about meme. What statue? The statue where you put a you throw a coin in and it makes you do things to people. Like, if there's people close to the statue, it makes you do things against their consent. Yep. I think that's the first Are We Cool Yet I ever got to read. I think. Maybe there was a one before that, but I don't remember. But that was like my introduction to their group, and I was like, I will never be cool with you. I don't care what fucking metaphor or subliminal message or like greater good you try to achieve with that statue. That is fucked. That one was fucked, and I will never forgive you. So can I befriend SB? You can befriend that one. You know what? In the future, when you ask something like that, I will consult Henry as well. I'll be like, so Henry, can mechanic befriend that SCP? Yes or no? And then Henry and I will come back to you and say yes or no. If we gonna agree, that is untrue.